Hi, welcome to Sitting with Shadows. I'm Sylvia. I thought I would talk today about religion and spirituality. They don't have to be mutually exclusive. You can be religious and be spiritual, and vice versa. Although when I was younger, I did have to choose between the two. I was raised in the church. I won't say which church, but it is, Jesus adjacent. I just don't want to talk about specific religions because they all have their good parts and their bad. So I don't really want to get into specifics on that. I just want to talk about how I have for a long time told people I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. And that's because I detached from the religion that I grew up with. And it wasn't easy because I was involved when I was much younger, going to school there. It was great. I loved it. I felt safe. I was learning that there was a family up there that was watching us, taking care of us, would be there for us, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, all that. And that felt good. And it felt good that the only thing, they told me that the only thing we need to do is love and help each other, be there for each other. So that was great. I was like, I'm all for that. Except as I grew older, it became, well, we don't love everybody. There are some people that, yada, yada. And I won't abide that. I won't. We're all made equally. We're all blessed equally. Not in the physical world, which is unfortunate. But I didn't like the speaking out against, the gay community, atheism, or the non-believers or whatever. Drug addicts, and I understand that that's not a good situation, but they also taught me that Jesus communed with the unfortunate, those that were cast aside. And so to know that these religions were not only discriminating, they also weren't doing what he asked. They also weren't feeding people, finding shelter for people. None of that. It was all just, it's their fault. There's something wrong with them. And no, I don't believe that. We all are responsible for each other. I don't think it should cost you your morality to follow a religion. Kind of counterproductive, if you ask me. So I left the church for a really long time, but I kept my faith, although it did kind of go underground because I had learned, I had connected religion with faith and spirituality. And I had to turn away against kind of that nature-based spiritualness where it's all about energy and intuition, and I couldn't explore that either. So I was lost for a long time. But I was brought back by the church. I had a friend who wasn't really involved in her church, and they had a grief group, and I was going through not a loss in the general grief sense, but I had lost a lot at that point. And so I said, well, what do I have to lose? I just have to make sure that they know I'm religious trauma, not interested in that part of it. And they were understanding, they were welcoming, they sat with me, they prayed over me, they brought me back to my faith while honoring that I couldn't be involved in their organized religion. That's for them, and that's awesome, but I can't bring myself to do that quite yet. And so the people in these churches are amazing, incredible. They've helped me so much, so much so that God led me to another church group after I moved just recently. And there was a divine leading to them, and I'm forever grateful because they've been able to help me as well. So this isn't about abandoning your faith, abandoning Christ, abandoning whomever you resonate with at all. I believe for me anyway, I've gotten closer to him than I ever was, because he has, by my going directly to him, he has shown me the steps he takes in my life. I've always sort of noticed the pattern when he's, sort of carried me and made things happen. And it's knowing him as in spirituality, that just confirms what I'd always thought, that he's there. He's looking out for me, for you, for everyone. He wants everyone to be happy and healthy. So I decided to turn back to him under my own terms, and it's been amazing. So hopefully everyone will find their place. Yeah, hopefully you'll find your place too.